Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a new video. So I got these Superpro rear lower control arms back in April or May, and they've been sitting for a while. And the reason for that is because I wanted to wait to make sure I had an alignment set up and I had the car just, you know, the height wise and everything that I really wanted before I start messing with the alignment. And, you know, I was really certain about where I wanted this car to go. So I kind of just held on to them. And I said, you know what, once I get my alignment, I'll have the shop do it. But I asked them for a quote and they said they were gonna charge me, I think around $230 or $250 just for labor, just to install these, which is crazy because it's literally a couple bolts down here. And it's a very simple install. And the reason why I was gonna have them install is just so I wasn't gonna be driving around on you know, with the alignment out of spec. So you know, after I got that quote back, I said, you know what, I'd rather save that $230 or so and just do it myself. And luckily it's a long Labor Day weekend right now. So, and my alignment's scheduled on Wednesday. So, you know, I'm not gonna be driving the car at all during that time. So I figured I might as well, with the downtime, get these installed myself. And then, you know, just bring the car to the alignment shop and then they can dial in the camber and the specs and everything. So, you know, that'll save some money. So as you can tell, I already have the car on jack stands, both sides. I have a jack here just in case. I got my mat set up and everything like that. So I'm just gonna walk you through the install. It's really simple. It's not hard by any means. It's just a matter of getting to everything. As you can see, we're gonna be replacing this piece right here. So on the driver's side, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 right there. On the passenger side, there's 1 less bolt. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, and then there's 1 behind the exhaust pipe right there, 4. And I believe the one over here is a steering angle sensor or something like that, or the level, I forget what it is. But it's that small bolt right there. But it's relatively simple. You basically just want to jack the car up, put it on jack stands, as you can see. And then you're just gonna unbolt everything and swing it down, pop the new one in, and it should be pretty straightforward. I've been installing mods in my car for many years now, and I know what a simple install can turn into, you know, hours and hours and hours. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen, but I have my impact gun, so hopefully it'll go a little bit quicker and we can get this knocked out, and I can just get this off my shoulders because I've been wanting to do this and not stressing about it. I just didn't feel like doing it just because I can't stand laying on my back in the garage and I just need a lift or something. But either way, let's get to unbolting the stock one, getting it out, and then popping the new one in. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. I'll update you guys in a second. All right, so we got the driver's side out. That was incredibly simple, very straightforward. I knew it was easy, but you know, you never know with bolts and everything if they're gonna strip and all that. But that one came out really easily. Thank God for the impact gun because that just made the whole entire job so much easier. So definitely suggest getting one if you don't have one. But real quick, before I throw this one in, I wanted to show you the differences. Basically, everything you see is exactly the same, but the differences between this obviously are, this is a much higher quality steel, so it's much thicker, it's much more durable. It also has the coating on it, so it's not gonna rust and look like this after about 3.5 years. 2 other differences between the two, obviously, are the bushings. You know, this is just some crappy rubber bushing, obviously. OEM bushing, you know, has a lot of play, a lot of movement, tend to wear down. Over time, they can just, you know, end up failing and popping out and causing some serious issues. These obviously are way more durable. These are poly with a metal insert. So honestly, these will last the lifetime of the car, probably even longer. These will never break down, never wear down. So that's really nice. Plus help a little bit with the rear end, you know, control and everything. They'll feel a lot more planted, a lot less, I guess, sloppy. Obviously, once you do more bushings around the car, you'll notice a bigger difference, but I don't think you'll really notice too much of a difference by just doing these. But you know, it's worthy to note because these are really nice. And obviously the main reason why we're changing these is because of this part right here. So as you can tell on the stock lower control arm, You see it just has one circle and straight through. This is where the camber adjustment goes. So over here you see it's slotted. So you put these bolts in and you can slide the bolt back and forth, which will basically, sorry my hand's so dirty, but it'll basically turn the camber of the wheel in or out so you can adjust, you know, to whatever spec that you may need. There's another company called SPC, which literally look exactly like OEM, but they have the slotted, you know, they have the slotted bolt insert right here. So it's very similar, but I just went with the Superpro because I heard these were really good. Plus the coating and everything and the bushings are just a little bit better. So I went with them. Some people, I've seen them do that, but I don't recommend it. They kind of notch this out so they're able to make the adjustment, but that's not the right way to do it. The right way to do it is to get some actual, you know, lower control arms that have the slotted, you know, built into it. So you don't run into any issues. You don't run, you know, you don't want to really modify a stock piece. You want to get something that's actually made for the specific task that you're looking to do. So before I throw these on the car, let me get this out of the way. You're going to want to use a supplied grease, lube, whatever you want to call it, and put it on the bushings here just so there's no extra noise or anything like that. So I'm going to lube these up and then get these bolts ready, and then we'll throw it right back on the car. So it's literally exactly what I did, just in reverse. So it's very straightforward. I'm pretty sure, well, I'm confident that these lines are gonna line up perfectly and we're gonna look good and everything's gonna pop into place just where it needs to be. So let me get it prepped and then I'll meet you back at the car. So I got everything bolted and tightened down. I'm left this one loose right here because that's the camber bolt. And I just wanted to show you real quick, just, you know, what it actually does when you turn it. I have it at the full camber. That's probably where I'm going to leave it at for now until I get the alignment, just so, you know, I don't want to put too less of camber and have my wheel scraped for, you know, for the day or for the drive to the alignment shop. So I'm just going to put full camber, and that's kind of where it is. You know, you can see on the instructions here, this is standard alignment or standard camber. This is full camber, and that's to decrease the camber. So I have it positioned like this. So as you can see, it's very straightforward, very easy. I'm gonna do like a little bit of an example, just kind of mess with that bolt there so you can kind of see the hub move back and forth camber wise, just so you get an idea of actually what it does. And then we'll, you know, tighten everything up. We'll go to the passenger side and knock out this install. So far so good. You can kind of see it kind of moves the whole entire hub. Let me put this down in full camber and then tighten this up, and we'll move to the other side. Before we move to the other side, I just wanted to show you everything's bolted down. That's the setting I have. That's full camber. Can't go any more than that. So that's where we're at currently. And everything else is nice, bolted, super tight. Thankfully to my impact gun, so I'm not sitting here straining myself and breaking my shoulders. But it looks really cool in here. I really like the blue, especially with the red and Fortunatos and everything. It looks really good. So let's knock out the other side. This was really easy. This was fun. All right, guys, got the passenger side out. That one came out just as easy, thankfully. So now I'm just going to prep the Superpro passenger side. Just put some grease or lube for the bushing over there, and then start sliding the bolts in, and we'll be done. Man, this was honestly, this was a much simpler install. I knew it was easy, but it's so straightforward. Thankfully, I'm not running into any issues, you know, with any rusty bolts or anything. Everything came up very smoothly, very easily, which usually is what, you know, makes a project go 2, 3, 4, 5 hours longer than it really needs to be. So really happy with how everything's fitting. It literally fits like OEM, just with some camber adjustment, which is really nice. So I'm really pumped. So I can finally dial in the suspension and get it absolutely perfect. So let me get the passenger side all prepped up, and then we'll wrap up this video. All right, guys, all set. Got the passenger side in, went in just as smooth, which is great. There's no complications, no issues or anything. The only thing I recommend doing when installing it is you install this bolt first, kind of just move down the line. And I ended up installing the coilover bolt last because it's easier to get the camera bolt all the way on the right over here, to get that in first and then line up the coilover bolt. A little bit harder if you do that bolt first, this bolt I'm talking about. The coilover bolt, the suspension bolt, whatever you want to call it. If you do that one first prior to the actual camber bolt here, you know, it'll be a little bit harder to line up and everything. But it's a good idea to use a jack right here and kind of jack up the hub right here on that rubber bushing. So you can kind of line it up, you don't have to push or anything, so it's easier to do that. But install was really smooth, really easy. I'm really happy I just saved myself 230 bucks. So obviously I'm gonna go for a little bit of a test drive, see how everything is, make sure there's no extra noises or anything, but I'm pretty confident. You know, I torqued everything down to the correct torque specs, as well as using my impact gun just to make sure everything is nice and tight, and you know, there's not gonna be any noises or anything like that. But yeah, these things fit like OEM. Now I got some camber adjustments. Can't believe I've been putting this thing off since about April. So I'm happy to have it done. I'm looking forward to getting my alignment on Wednesday. So once I get that done, I'll be sure to go over all the specs and everything that I chose and how everything went. But I'm really looking forward to finally getting this car really dialed in. Finally, I mean, I've gotten alignments before, but they just never turned out the way I wanted them to. And this time I'm really gonna be specific, and I know they do a really good job. I've been to them in the past, so I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and you know, get the car off the jack stands, put the wheels back on, finish everything up. I don't think you guys really need to see that, obviously, because I mean, you've seen the car on the ground before. Figured I would finish off the video here just because it's mindless work, you know, getting the wheels on, getting it off the jack stands. I hate doing jacks. Like I said, I need to get some type of quick jack or a lift in this garage or something, because I'm so over using jack stands now. I think that's one of the reasons why I was putting this off for so long, is that it's just a pain in the butt to get everything on jack stands and make sure everything is safe and level. And you know, it's just, I don't know, I just hate doing it. And I'd much rather prefer a lift or some type of quick jack or something underneath the car. That's much safer and much easier to do. I'll be more inclined to do work like this more often and not wait, you know, 3 or 4 months to get something on. So there we go. Superpro LCAs are installed. If you guys have any questions, be sure to ask them below. I'll be happy to answer. I got these from Singus Performance. Jeff is a really great guy. He really knows his stuff. I did an initial review of opening these back in, I think, May. So I'll throw that video up on the top right corner for you guys, just so you can take a look if you are interested in, you know, me unboxing it, going over the actual specs and a little bit more detail and everything. Go be sure to check that out. But that's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you guys checking in on the install video. Real quick before I end this video, I got something coming, and I think you guys will be very, very excited. I know I am. This is gonna be a pretty cool video, a pretty cool story. So I hope you guys are excited for this one. I've been talking about doing this, so it's something that it's not out of the blue. It's not something that's gonna shock you, but I think you guys are gonna be excited. I know I am. I'm really looking forward to it. So be sure to stay tuned. Be sure to check for updates on the channel. I'm gonna be putting up videos as much as I possibly can. This next set of videos is gonna be really cool, so I hope you guys tune in and you know, enjoy those videos as well. But that's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Again, if you have any questions, be sure to ask them below. But in the meantime, keep it clean, keep it simple, and I'll catch you in the next one.